भानुकोटि भास्वरं भवाब्दितारकं परं नीलकण्ठमीप्सितार्थदायकं त्रिलोचनं कालकालमम्बुजाक्षमक्षशूलमक्षरं काशिकापुरादिनाथ कालभैरवं भजे. This is technically the second stanza of Kalabhairavashtakam. We have already discussed the first stanza, and before the first stanza we have already discussed the introductory paragraph. Now what does this mean? Bhanu Koti. Koti is 10 million, but Koti technically refers to infinite or millions and millions. Bhanu is sun. Bhanu Koti Bhaswaram. Bhaswaram is radiance. So here Kala Bhairava is compared to the radiance of millions and millions of suns. So what is being depicted here is the radiance of truth, the radiance of that infinite light. Or just like we can't imagine how a million suns will look like together, right? One sun itself causes so much heat on the planet. Imagine a million suns or millions and millions. Koti typically is 10 million, but close to infinite or uncountable number of suns. Can you imagine how that radiance would be? So it is beyond your sensory perceptions. Probably you will burn to ashes, because that is how the truth is. Truth will burn everything else to ashes. Truth will burn your desires to ashes, your concepts, your belief systems to ashes, because that is the pure truth, eternal bliss. So here Kalabhairava is being compared to the radiance of millions and millions of suns. Bhanukoti Bhaswaram Bhavabdi Tarakam Param can be understood in two ways. Bhavabdi, Bhava is existence, Abdi is ocean. The ocean of existence, or you can understand it like the ocean of this cycles of birth and death, unending ocean of existence. Because the whole spiritual journey is to get out of this ocean, as we already have seen in some other texts, like even Bhaja Govindam, we were looking at similar concepts, that the whole purpose of life is to get rid of this ocean of existence. Bhavabdi Tarakam Param. So it can be understood in two ways. Tarakam is the epitome, Param is the ultimate goal. So here you can understand Kala Bhairava as this ultimate goal beyond this whole cycle of existence or the existential ocean, or you can also consider this as he is the one who can deliver us from this. Bhavabdi Tarakam Param, the one who will make you reach that destination beyond this existence, beyond these cycles of births and deaths. That is the first line. Bhanukoti Bhaswaram Bhavabdi Tarakam Param. It's followed by the second line. Neelakantha Mipsitarthadayakam Trilochanam. Neelakantha. Kantha is throat, Neela is blue. The blue-throated. So why is Kala Bhairava considered blue-throated? Kala Bhairava is a form of Shiva. And if you know the Shiva story, during the formation of the universe, along with good things or the positive things, there were many negative things also that were coming out. When the ocean was being churned, using the snake Vasuki as the rope and mountain Mandara as the churning tool. So many things have come out, because this universe is a mixture of everything. All good, bad, positive, negative, everything belongs to the universe. So there were some negative or dangerous things that were emanating from this process in the creation of universe. And one of it was something called hala hala, or extremely dangerous poison. I don't know if it was poison or some radiation, because in the story it is said that this hala hala was destroying all the worlds. So it is not just about destroying life, it was basically burning away all the world. So probably some radiance, some very harmful, dangerous radiation which can eat up all the existence. And Shiva stores that in his neck. So he basically gulps it down because everyone prays to him that what do we do, and he just eats up all of that hala hala. But if he consumes it completely, uh, uh, it could probably destroy the whole existence again, because Shiva is the existence. Destruction of Shiva is again destruction of existence. So he doesn't completely consume it, he doesn't spit it out, he stores it in his throat. It is said that Mata Parvati holds his throat so that the poison doesn't go further into his body, because if he digests it, he doesn't care, because he is the non-existence. You and me care about his existence because we have to exist and he is existence. He is beyond existence and non-existence. So Parvati stops that hala hala or the poison in Shiva's throat. So that's why that poison takes a blue color on his throat, which is appearing on the outside of his neck. So Neelakantha, Ipsitartha. Ipsita means desires. Human being is full of desires. Every human being, animal, everything that is animate, everything has desires. Dogs have desires, animals have it. Humans, of course, have too many desires. So, do you want to fulfill your desires? Ipsitartha dayakam. Dayaka means he would give all your ipsita. Ipsita artha means earning. So, he will make you earn your desires or make you fulfill your desires. So, here Kala Bhairava can be looked at from any point of view. For someone who is on the spiritual path and desireless, Kala Bhairava will put you out of this ocean. For someone who is not yet there, Kala Bhairava will just fulfill your desires. Ipsitartha dayakam. So how does this go? Neelakantham ipsitartha dayakam trilochanam. Trilochana. Tri means three in English as well. Trilochana. Lochana is eyes. In fact, the word Lochana later becomes an English look. Okay, look is from Lochana. Lochana means eyes. Lochana, three-eyed. Why three eyes? All of us have two eyes. What is this third eye? This third eye is what we call as the Jnana Netra. When your senses draw inwards and you no more take pleasures from the outside world, but rather seeking the truth inside of yourself, like a yogi closes his eyes, he is not interested in the external world, then how does he see the truth? A symbolic third eye. In fact, nowadays there has been so much research on this gland called the pineal gland, which is said to have all the characteristics of a physical eye, but is facing inward in the center of the brain. So maybe that, we don't know, but in symbolism, it is depicted as a third physical eye in the center of the forehead of Shiva. But it is basically the Jnana Netra or the eye of knowledge. When you start drawing any pleasures from external sights of the world, you don't want to see anything outside, you are satisfied on the inside, then you look inward, and that is when you open the third eye, or when your third eye is opened, or the Jnana Netra. Jnana is knowledge, Netra is eye. The eye of knowledge opens, then the true bliss is then experienced. So, Neelakantham ipsitartha dayakam trilochanam. The third line goes, Kala Kala Mambujaksha Makshashula Maksharam. Kala Kala. What is Kala? Kala means time, but Kala also means death. Isn't it so? Time is what causes death. So Kala means time as well as death. In this line, it is meant death. What is Kala Kala? Death of death. Can death die? Can someone give death to death? That is what is Kala Bhairava. He is the death of death. Meaning, he will finish the concept of death. Why? When you experience the truth in yourself, there is no birth and there is no death. So for you, death is over. That is why Shiva has this other name called Mrityunjaya. Mrityu means death, Jaya means victory over death. How do you win over death? Of course, not through this physical body. Don't be confused that death can be cheated by this physical body. Death can be cheated only by realizing the truth. And the truth is that you are not even the physical body. So when physical body dies, you are not dying. When you realize this, there is no more death to you, because you are not that which is dying. and the real you is never dying. It always exists, it has always existed as the eternal truth. So, Kala Kala, he is the death of death. Ambujaksha, Ambuja is the lotus petal, or the lotus flower, or the shape of the lotus petal. If you see it, it is shaped as a beautiful eye. Ambujaksha, Aksha means eyes. He has eyes shaped as lotus petals. Kala Kala Ambujaksha Akshashulam Aksharam. Akshashulam Aksharam. Aksharam means never ceases to exist. So he is permanent. He never ceases to exist. Shula. Shula is his weapon. And if you see Trishula, which is his weapon, has 3 pointers. Like it is one spear with 3 heads. So it says Akshashulam Aksharam. They are saying that his trident, or the Trishula with the 3 edges, is supporting the whole world, whole existence. Now you might say that, what are you saying? Is the earth standing on a trident? Is the whole universe standing on trident? Don't take it so literally. When anything 3 trident, you talk about the 3 qualities, which are the Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. Rajas is the aggression, the quality of aggression, whereas Tamas is the quality of submission, and Sattva is the quality of equilibrium. All 3 qualities exist in all of us and in all things in nature. All 3 exist. You may see some people are more aggressive, some people are submissive, some people are just sorted. People who are sorted have Sattva quality in them, which is getting highlighted. People are aggressive have this Rajas quality getting highlighted. People who are lazy and people who are lack motivation and are depressed and are negative, their Tamas quality is getting highlighted. But all 3 qualities exist in all of us. It is just that which quality do we channel. Which one is good? It's not about good or bad. All 3 qualities exist, and this whole universe is made of these 3 qualities. The Triguna. Guna is quality. This trident, Trishula, represents the Triguna, the 3 qualities. So when we say the Trishula is supporting the entire universe, it's not like physically a metal spear is supporting this whole universe. No, it is these 3 qualities that support this whole universe, because if none of these 3 qualities exist, the universe does not exist. The whole universe is about creation, sustenance and destruction. The creation is Rajas. The sustenance is Sattva. The destruction is Tamas. Without these 3 qualities, the whole universe will not exist. So what is being said here is this whole existence, this whole universe, the way it stands because of these 3 qualities represented by the Trishula. Kala Kala, he is death of death. So he never dies, and with his grace, death, the concept of death will die. Ambujaksha, the lotus-eyed, Akshashulam Aksharam, he never ceases to exist, whereas the whole existence is tipped on the 3 prongs of his trident. So, if you start the 3 lines from the beginning, Bhanukoti Bhaswaram Bhavabditara Kamparam Neelakantha Ipsitarthadayakam Trilochanam Kala Kalam Ambujaksham Akshashulam Aksharam Kashika Puradinatha Kala Bhairavam Bhaje. Kashika Puradinatha, the Lord of Kashi, the first Lord of Kashi. Kashika Pura. Pura is the city. Kashika Pura, the city named Kashika. Kashi, the Lord. Adinatha, the primordial, the first Lord of Kashi. Kala Bhairavam Bhaje. I pray to you, O Kala Bhairava. O Kala Bhairava, O Lord of time, Lord of death, and the frightening form. Bhairava is the frightening roar of time, of death. That is what is being worshipped as Kala Bhairava. This is the meaning of your second stanza to Kala Bhairava Ashtakam. In the next video, let us look at the third stanza. Until then, see you guys. Bye-bye.